Hi there, I hope you are doing well. I am Courtney Long and welcome to the Orgasmic Glow Show. Today's topic is activate the orgasmic power of your heart. We're going to talk all about love and how to really activate this incredible power in your heart. I'm happy that you're here. Give me just a moment. I'm going to share our live into my Facebook group, Mariposa Sacred Sexuality. And if you're not a member of our group, I invite you to join us. It's where all the juicy conversations are happening. If you go to Facebook, you can go to Mariposa Sacred Sexuality. Just search for that in the search bar. And let me know when you're saying hello in the comments, whether on live or replay. Let me know if you are in a relationship or if you are single. And if you're single, let me know if you are happy being single, as many people are, or if you are really craving partnership and craving a deep, meaningful partnership. So if you're just joining us, say hello in the comments. Welcome, welcome. See Mary Jane's on. Hello, welcome. And then let me know if you're in partnership or if you're single and happy being single or looking for partnership. Okay, if you missed last week's episode, we talked about Glow Step 1 last week, getting your body happy, hot, and sizzling, and the importance of awakening your body's sacred sexual energy by really awakening the sacredness of your body. And with Mariposa Sacred Sexuality, this beautiful system for sacred sexuality that I've created with a lot of help from the universe, lots of divine downloads, and my background of teaching and working with clients professionally for the last 20 years, a very important part of Mariposa Sacred Sexuality is the glow system, the 4-step glow system that helps you to really create the love and connection that you secretly crave, as well as to create the health and the happiness and the deep fulfillment that is your birthright. And this 4-step glow system is very, very powerful. Last week we talked about glow step number 1. And today we go into glow step number 2, activate the orgasmic power of your heart. And when you go through this glow system, it really allows you to turn on your orgasmic glow and to feel turned on for life, for your partner, for your career, and really for everything about your life. So let's dive into today's topic, this topic of the heart. I really am fascinated by heart math's research on the power of the heart, because a lot of people have talked about the power of the brain or of the mind. And actually, the Heart Math Institute has done research that shows that the biomagnetic field of the heart is 5,000 times stronger than the biomagnetic field of the brain. The heart's biomagnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. And what does that say? First of all, it says that our hearts are incredibly important, but also incredibly powerful. The energy that they radiate is very potent and powerful. People can feel it. And if you secretly crave love and deep connection, then today we're going to talk about what you need to do to allow yourself to open your heart and activate the orgasmic power of your heart in order to create that love and connection that you crave. So I would love to hear from you. Do you relate to really craving deep, meaningful connection? Is that something that you want? Maybe you have that in partnership, a really deep, meaningful connection. Or maybe if you're in partnership and you're craving maybe possibly to go deeper with your partner or to have more meaning, more depth. I know for me in some of my past relationships, I was very happy, but I was just that. I was happy. I wasn't like totally deeply fulfilled, and I really wanted the relationship to go deeper, to have more spiritual connection, more emotional connection, more sexual connection, and so on. And basically, you are a very loving being with this incredible power in your heart, and you are incredibly capable of very deep connection. You're capable of having a relationship that allows for lots of spiritual growth, lots of just connection, love, meaning, depth, adventure, fun, excitement, and just really being able to be your authentic self. And the more I talk to people about Mariposa Sacred Sexuality, the more I'm hearing how many people really just want to be themselves in relationship. They want to be loved for who they really are, not for who they think they should be. Do you relate to that too? Do you just kind of want to be yourself? Like, let your hair down if you have long hair. I don't, obviously. Let your hair down. Be yourself. Like, just feel relaxed and that you can be loved for your strengths and loved in your power, that you don't have to actually dim your light in partnership, but you can be powerful and strong and brave and courageous, shining your light, and also loved in your shadows, in your challenges, and the things that you might perceive to be flaws within yourself. But they're not flaws, it's just part of being human. So it's about really being your authentic self, bringing your authentic self to a relationship, and being loved that way, as well as loving your partner in all of their shadows and strengths and light, darkness, everything, the totality. So a mistake that you might be making possibly is unconsciously pushing away the love that you're craving, or possibly unconsciously sabotaging your current relationship if you're in relationship. And it's really wild when you think about it, because most of us actually do crave love. And I would also dare to say that most of us also push away love when we actually want to experience it. And why in the world would we push away something that we want? Well, as it comes out of fear, right? Out of fear and old subconscious patterning that has taught us that it's not safe to love, or maybe if we open up our hearts completely, we might be rejected or abandoned or ridiculed, bullied, made fun of, even abused. And the list goes on of what's possible. And what's so fascinating about this is anytime that we experience hurt or rejection, whether in this lifetime or even in past lives, this can come into play. Anytime we experience hurt or rejection, we build up these invisible energetic walls around our heart called heart walls. And these heart walls are very palpable. Even though they are invisible, they can be felt, and they are powerful because our subconscious mind is incredibly intelligent. Your subconscious mind, it accounts for 85 to 90% of your mind, and it's where all of your memories are stored, your beliefs, your habits, your even emotions are stored there. Any experience you've had in any lifetime, at any age in this life, all stored in your subconscious mind, like a computer with a very, very good memory. And in your subconscious, it is designed to protect you and to help keep you safe. So if you experience hurt in a loving relationship, whether from a parent, from a best friend, from a romantic partner, when you experience hurt, the subconscious mind says, oh, let's try to avoid that hurt. So what do we have to do to avoid that situation again? And it ends up developing limiting beliefs about love. For instance, it could be simply that love has to be painful, or that love will end in rejection, and creates all these kinds of subconscious beliefs, many that we form from our own life's experiences. Many of our subconscious beliefs actually were absorbed within us from our parents, from their own limiting beliefs about love and relationships. And then also, of course, watching our parents or grandparents or other significant family members or people in our lives, we tend to model the kinds of relationships we see around us. So point is that we've got all kinds of stuff going on within the subconscious mind that is limiting us from experiencing the love that we truly desire. Makes sense? It's kind of like you're walking around with computer software in your subconscious mind that is old and outdated, that is keeping you away from actually experiencing the love that you crave. And so part of what is important to do, part of the glow step number 2, activate the orgasmic power of your heart. Part of this step is to actually clear and heal those subconscious blocks and those subconscious limiting beliefs that are keeping out love and ending up sabotaging love or pushing love away. And we do that in my programs. We do that through guided meditation, Mariposa guided meditations, where I bring in hypnotherapy techniques to address the subconscious mind and to also help clear energetic blocks and that invisible heart wall or many heart walls that have been blocking you from love. So we do this through really powerful healing guided meditations and through working with energy and also with your subconscious mind. And I'm also going to share a tip with you today of how you can get started to break down these heart walls. And really, what's really important to know is that it is safe to love. And it's safe to love. And it also takes a lot of courage to love and to create a deep, meaningful, loving connection with your partner or with your future partner, right? Because if you are single and you're really wanting to call in the right partner for you, it starts with yourself. It starts by really activating this orgasmic power of your heart, really working with your own sacred sexual energy, getting your orgasmic glow on, creating your own internal happiness so that you can be a great partner to someone else. And this applies whether you're single or in partnership. It's all about working with your own natural energy flow first and showing up as the person that you want to be, but more importantly, as the person that you truly are. Showing up as your powerful, beautiful, authentic self and loving authentically, letting the love in your heart shine out. Because here's the thing, when we have these heart walls, we're blocking love from coming in, but unfortunately, we're also blocking love from going out. We're actually even unconsciously it's almost like disabling our ability to love, so that the people in our lives, they don't get the best version of us if we're stuck in a bunch of limiting beliefs about love or a bunch of heart walls. The people in our lives, they don't get the love, the full experience of the love that we're really, really meant to share. So this is not just about receiving love, it's also about giving love. And when you really do activate the orgasmic power of your heart, what is possible is it's possible to live with more love, to love freely, to feel more energized and happy and healthy. And it's possible to have a deep, meaningful, romantic relationship where you get to grow together and play together, have fun together, and almost like be playmates and just really almost like just enjoy life together, but also handle the challenges of life together too. Okay, so we were talking about heart walls today and how we unconsciously build these heart walls when we experience hurt or rejection from past experiences. And here's the trick I really want to share, because I catch a lot of my clients in this situation, and I've caught myself in the past too, that a lot of times the way that these heart walls will show up to us is by pointing our finger at someone else. For instance, let's say that you're in partnership and you're not happy in your current partnership. It can be very easy to point your finger at your partner and blame them for all the problems in the relationship, right? It can be very easy to think, well, if they just changed, or if they just did this, then we could experience greater love. Have you ever done that before? It's okay if you have. Many of us have done this. I know I've done it before. I thought, oh my gosh, it's all what my partner's doing. And then I didn't realize it wasn't just what they were doing or what I was doing. It was that I was blocking love. I was sabotaging the relationship because I didn't know how to let love in, or I thought that love had to end in rejection or pain or hurt. So then I was kind of like, well, why would I want to experience love anyway? And this is what I think is so fascinating too, is many of us have a very deep-rooted fear of intimacy. Even though we crave connection and intimacy, we can also fear it, not just because of fearing rejection, but also because of fearing the love. It's kind of like, have you heard that beautiful Marianne Williamson quote? Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate, but our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. And it's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And for many of us, we're not just afraid of failure, but we're afraid of success. Not just afraid of darkness, we're afraid of light and actually experiencing love, because love is the ultimate healing vibration. Love is such a high vibe. Everything comes into the light when there's love. So if you're totally loved, that means there's going to be things within you that come to the surface that you maybe were trying to push down, like old hurts or old insecurities that could come to the surface. And when you're totally, totally loved and feeling safe, feeling comfortable, it creates a loving, healing environment where those insecurities and old hurts can come to the surface to be healed. And I know this has been really fascinating to me in my current partnership. When my boyfriend and I first met, I had so much stuff come up to the surface to the point where I was kind of getting embarrassed of like, why is all this weird stuff coming up? And thankfully, he could hold space for it. And he told me that he loves me with all my strengths and all my shadows, and that he loves me no matter what. And that loving, powerful, healing environment allowed me to bring up all this old stuff from the past that was just moving its way out. And a lot of it happened through our sacred sexuality. I didn't have to like sit and process it or talk to a therapist about it or journal. Like a lot of this old past stuff came up and out through the sacred sexuality. It was really, really incredibly healing. And not that I'm not saying I didn't journal or didn't see a therapist. I absolutely do work on myself and do all these beautiful tools. I was just in awe, complete awe of how much of it just was ready to move out without having to dive into the process of it, if that makes sense. Kind of like energy clearing, energy healing. There's a lot that's possible through sacred sexuality. And when you do activate the orgasmic power of your heart, when you open your heart and let your love flow through, first of all, that's very good for yourself, for the world, but also it's actually really important to connect your heart to your sacred genitals. There is this really beautiful flow of energy that can happen when your heart walls have knocked down. When you've cleared those, healed old heart wounds, when your heart feels open and safe to love, that is when the magic can start to happen, when you can also tap into the power of your sacred sexual energy, connect your heart to your sacred genitals, to your sacred womb space, and get the energy flowing. And with that allows you to create greater health, greater happiness, and to tap into the transformational power of sacred sexuality to manifest abundance, to create even deeper experiences of love, to really fulfill your life purpose. And there's so many possibilities. So it all starts with the heart. The heart is really, really important. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me look at my notes and see if I missed anything. And the more open your heart is, the stronger that your own natural energy can flow. The more strong, or I should say it this way, that your sacred sexual energy, which is your life force energy and your vitality, can flow much more freely when your heart is open. And it's about feeling safe to have your heart open, and then also daring to love, having the courage to love, even though you've been hurt. We've all been hurt, right? And we've all experienced a lot of wild, crazy things on planet Earth. I don't know anyone who hasn't gone through some challenges or some significant challenges. And no matter what you've been through, what kind of abuse you've been through, what kind of difficulties and challenges, you have a birthright to love and to be loved. And your life purpose involves sharing love on this planet. And you really have the power to tap into this orgasmic power of your heart that is within your capability and within your reach. And you know, anything's possible when you're experiencing love, the depths of the authentic love that I feel like our whole planet is opening up to or able to shift into. It's almost like there's new depths of love that weren't even available 5 years ago or even a year ago. Right now, the energies are shifting so beautifully and so quickly that we're able to tap into these really high frequencies of love and to experience so much goodness and mind-blowing love, earth-shattering love, and of course also earth-shattering sex that can catapult us into the higher dimensions and experience new levels of love and ecstasy. Woohoo! Okay, so of course there's lots more on this step, and I'm just doing my best to share as much as I can with you in a condensed time today. If you would like to get started on this glow step number 2, then I'm going to give you something to get started with. First thing to do is to place your hands on your heart and just feel into what's happening in your heart. And you can do this in your own meditation time, but you'll place your hands on your heart and you'll kind of feel into, are there any walls around your heart? Are there any old wounds that need to be healed? And just start with that. Just start by taking an inventory of what's going on in the heart, what is getting in the way, and also know that you might feel a heart wall or just kind of get a knowing that there's a heart wall there, but you might not know why or where it came from. And you don't have to. That's the cool thing, especially about the techniques I use in my guided meditations. We don't have to know where the heart wall came from, what it relates to. It can still be cleared and healed. So just start by taking an inventory, what's going on in your heart, and then even reflecting on, do you want more love and connection, and what do you want that to look like? So really get in touch with a beautiful vision for the kind of love you want to experience or the kind of relationship that you're craving. Woohoo! Okay, perfect. All right, I hope that is very helpful. If you would love to dive in more deeply to this beautiful orgasmic glow system and to Mariposa Sacred Sexuality, then I have a special invitation for you. I have a limited number of sessions available that are complimentary. They're called Spark Your Sexual Fire session. And in the session, we spend time getting clear on what you want, what are you craving and desiring, what's your vision, what's getting in the way, and then I make professional recommendations for what can help you. And in this case, we can really focus on what's going on in your love life and activating the orgasmic power of your heart, or whatever it is that you're craving around sacred sexuality and love and self-empowerment. You can apply for one of these complimentary sessions at lightyoursexualfire.com/apply. lightyoursexualfire.com/apply, and stay tuned in the Mariposa Sacred Sexuality group. We've got lots of great conversations going in there, and I would love to hear from you in the group. And stay tuned for next week's Orgasmic Glow Show. Our topic will be glow step number 3, which is the O in glow, which stands for orgasmic. So it's going to be juicy. We're going to talk all about sacred sexual energy and what you need to do to really get that flowing. So I hope you are enjoying the show. Feel free to share with your friends, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Really enjoy connecting with your heart, and I will see you in the next episode next week, and see you in the group too. All right, bye.